This tutorial is for 3rd grade, Module 7, Lesson 15. In Lesson 15, we're going to solve word problems involving the concept of perimeter. The first question says, Mrs. Coslow put a border around a 5-foot by 6-foot rectangular bulletin board. Draw a model to show how many feet of border Mrs. Coslow used. I'm going to start by writing an answer statement with a blank for my final answer. I'll say, Mrs. Coslow used blank feet of bulletin board border. Okay, well, we know that the bulletin board is 5 feet by 6 feet and it's rectangular. I'm going to draw a rectangle and I'll label the sides. So we'll say 5 feet by 6 feet. Now it's important to remember that when we're measuring perimeter, or the outside length of the shape, that we have to measure all 4 sides. So I'm going to include this side as being 5 feet and the bottom as being 6 feet. So I make sure I get all 4 measurements in. To find the perimeter, we would add 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6. I'm going to rearrange my numbers to make it a little easier to solve, and that's called using the commutative property. Let's see, I'm going to group it to add 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6. That way I can make a 10 and a 12. 10 plus 12 is 22. So Mrs. Coslow used 22 feet of bulletin board border. The next question says, Jason built a model of the Pentagon for a social studies project. He made each outside wall 33 centimeters long. Draw a picture to find the perimeter of Jason's model Pentagon. I'll start by writing my answer statement. The perimeter of Jason's Pentagon is blank centimeters. Now I'm going to draw a picture. Well, the Pentagon in Washington is called a pentagon because it has 5 sides. So let's draw a pentagon. And I'll label the sides. Each side is 33 centimeters. And now to find the perimeter, we need to add all 5 sides. That would be 5 groups of 33 that we would add to get the perimeter. To make this a little bit easier to add, I'm going to think of each 33 as being a 30 plus a 3. So I'm going to group them a little bit differently here. So I've broken each 33 down into a 30 and a 3. Well, I can add my 5 groups of 30 up at the top. So that'd be 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. And then I can add the 5 groups of 3, which would be 15. Combine those and I get a final answer of 165. So the perimeter of Jason's Pentagon is 165 centimeters. My last question says, Marion painted a 5-pointed star on her bedroom wall. Each side of the star is 18 inches long. What is the perimeter of the star? So each of these sides is 18 inches. And I need to find the perimeter by adding up all of the sides. I'll start by writing an answer statement. The perimeter of the star is blank inches. Now, it's a 5-pointed star, but that doesn't mean it has 5 sides. Let's count the sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has 10 sides. So I would need to add 18 10 times to get my perimeter. Another way to look at that is we could take 10 times 18 to get our perimeter. Or I can take 10 times 10 and 10 times 8 and combine those, since the 10 and the 8 make the 18. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 8 is 80. That means that the perimeter of the star is 180 inches.